sure. But, welcome to your ultimate lifestyle transformation. It can begin today. It can begin right now. And all of these beautiful faces that you see on the screen, we're here as examples, like I said, just walking you through this ultimate lifestyle transformation, and you get to have the outcome of Allison. And again, for myself, just being able to have this nutrition, and I'm in the best place that I've ever been in my life. I always say these before and after pictures are so humbling. So we're here to help you choose your ultimate lifestyle transformation, usually just coming in with the ULT, but some of the core benefits would be increased energy levels, activated cellular nutrition, and cellular detoxification. And really, it's all about absorption as well. And we'll talk about the product that really helps you start to absorb the nutrition in your body. And we're going to, it's a cleanse, but it's an anabolic cleanse. So it's really being able to tune into a super amino 23. So all the amino acids, I'll have Allison talk about that when we get there. And also the gut repair, that's helping everything, improving digestion. That's my first question. What's going on with our bowel movements? And does the food look the same as when we ate it and the toilet later down the road? Is it the same? And if it does, that means we're not absorbing our nutrition. Like, I'm so proud of my shit. It's just so amazing.
Well, nothing better than someone who suffered with chronic constipation and just IBS my whole life, thinking that was normal. To have regular, healthy bowels is just, the day. Not like, when you start your day right, nothing can go wrong. And that's like one of the main, indicators of our health is our bowels. So we really do have to talk about that more.
We get to. So I'm going to come here on this page because it's just the perfect little system here. So this is our core 4, and then we'll also talk about the super cleanse, which I actually just finished the 10 days, and now we're taking a 20-day break. But the core of every ULT, we have a few, and they're all so amazing. But the Power Shake is the first batch of superfoods, of this amazing download of plants that have been grown in regenerative soil. We have been working with our farmers now on this specific plot of land in southern Utah with 28 years of regenerative growing of 90 feet of the most mineral-rich soil on the planet. There's no other farms right down the street that's being watered with volcanic ash spring water, and it's being harvested at peak ripeness. And then we get to live dehydrate it at only 67 degrees, keeping all the enzymes in. And when you were like, to be a raw foodist back in the day, I started learning about enzymes. And we're only allotted a certain amount of enzymes in our bodies, and then we start to age. But the way that our bodies break down those enzymes is like alcohol, charred food, all the acidic foods. And so when we're putting something in us like this Power Shake with as much nutrition as 6 superfood salads with no no heat, just solar wind dehydrated, it has all the enzymes intact. So you're replenishing your body, you're getting it in on a cellular level, and there's no other.
You feel it when you taste it. You feel it. It's just it's a physical experience you have to experience, because as soon as I took a sip, my body knew it wanted this. And it actually 5 years later, I know Kim's almost, I think more than 6 years. It's just like your body still wants it, because this is real living. This is ancient, wisdom. This food is like the original of organism on earth. So there's a lot of really downloads. Like, you get it when you start to drink it regularly, your body, you start to actually, be so much more in connection, and your cravings completely change. And so I always tell people, let it meet you where you're at. Jared was eating a bagel and coffee every morning before he started his Power Shake. I didn't tell him to stop doing that. I just said, start with the green juice. And you know what happened? Like what happens with everyone, it happened with me too. So you just stop wanting the other stuff. The aminos, I have to definitely, the aminos, I had 2 babies before starting period. I started period when my youngest was 2 and my older one was 5. And I had a lot of loose skin on my stomach. And when I started to, and it was making me self-conscious, you know, I was like kind of not feeling comfortable, but I just thought, well, that's what happens after you have babies, no, whatever. When I start, after like 60 days of being on these aminos, I called Taz and I was like, oh my God, like this was no joke. All of my stretched out skin was tightened up. Like I have a before and after that I sent her because I couldn't believe it. And I had seen her face. She looks like, I mean, if you guys have seen Taz on like Million Mom Movement, she has like a porcelain skin. She's in her 40s. And I never thought I could ever have skin like that. But when I started to do these, now I understand why her skin was the way it was, because over time, and you see this with most Purian, well, you'll see this in the Purian community, people who've been on it for a long time, they have beautiful, glowing, tight skin. And a lot of it is to do with these aminos. They also help your mental acuity, memory, and they've even been proven to reverse and prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. This is not in Purian's literature. This is actually in the when you look up PubMD, like what these super aminos, the benefits of them, this is what they do. They also help build muscle. So I know Christy's on this call. I'm watching Christy like building so much incredible muscle, and Pamela and Candace, like, yeah, you guys are also amazing examples. And it's so, you know, for people who are active, it's going to help you really build more. But even for people who are more sedentary, it's going to prevent you from wasting your muscle away. So really incredible.
So good. So good. The biomedic, I'd love for you to talk about.
Okay,
biomedic
I just also thank you, because
Yeah.
biomedic for me made a just huge difference in mental health. It's why I say, you know, this is what got me off of my medic. I think all of it together, but the biomedic helps you to truly repair the gut. And the gut is our mental health. It's where our serotonin is created. It's all the dopamine and all the chemicals, our hormones. And I was struggling. I was so off balance because of all the medications my whole life. I never thought I would have I never thought I could think clearly or be functional without medications. I didn't even know since I was 10 years old what life was without being on medications. And being on biomedic gave me the clarity and the optimism that I felt I had when I was a child. Like I really, really felt for the first time, I started to feel really good, and it hasn't gone away. It's only kept getting better. So I got off of all my medications. It also, my eczema, you know, all our skin issues. And, you know, I would say we just don't know what we're suffering with until we do a gut repair and until we detox glyphosate, because, you know, there's a lot of gut repair stuff on the market and we hear a lot about gut health now. This company's been around for like, you know, 3 decades. They've been talking about gut health and all of these incredible things. Now it's trending, right? But it's trending, but not all, it's not all equal. And this takes care of a lot of people are on probiotics, which is just not even like not going to actually even make it to our digestive system, because it just doesn't. We need to go deep. We need to do the repair. We need the prebiotics to feed the probiotics. And we also need to be detoxing the chemical herbicide, pesticide, glyphosate, because that is we're constantly exposing that's constantly being exposed to us in our food supply and in our air and in our water. And we need to be daily detoxing it. And this is really the game changer.
So much. And, you know, once this also regrows the gut microvilli, so you're actually absorbing this nutrition coming in. So it's not just a probiotic. It's just not even a prebiotic. It's actually regrowing those little gut microvilli fibers, and so that they are growing straight and strong. It's so amazing. And our last of the core 4 is the tart cherry, the apothecary. It's a dark cherry. Everyone loves it. Kids can have it. It's just so good. It helps remove any type of uric acid buildup. So any gout, if people are working with that. And it's just straight up cherry juice. It turns on natural melatonin, so you don't need to be taking melatonin. And it's so delicious. It's the equivalent of eating 500 blueberries. And I love to get some blueberries every so often, but really every so often, because it's in a ton of plastic. I mean, again, unless you get to pick blueberries like you all did the other day on your travels, like, then they're picking the blueberries early too. So this is cherries that have grown until they need to be picked. We get to have them, and just 2 tablespoons at night, and it helps people sleep, and it removes inflammation, and it's anti-aging as well, because that's sweeping the nation right now.
But kids
do you
love
wanna-
it.
kids
Well,
love it.
my kids used to have trouble falling asleep, and so many people are feeding their kids melatonin, and I just want to scream from the rooftops, please stop. You're messing up their entire production for their whole life. Like, it is, gonna create, it's gonna create issues for them in the future. So please, parents out there, get your kids on Apothecary. They love it. The taste is amazing, and it helps build their own melatonin. And my kids are just thriving. They sleep so well every night.
So good. And people have amazing dreams. They start coming back into dream state.
Yes.
I'm just going to come and zoom in on this picture. Woo! So we've got our Super Cleanse R, which is our parasite cleanse. And it has some really powerful ancient herbs, some Sagara sagrada, some wormwood, amalaki, and some
Black walnut.
black walnut hull. And I'm so glad. I'm allergic to walnuts, but not this. So it's not like you're grinding up walnuts. It's all the herbs. And so it's killing off the parasites and candida. And everyone's working with candida. Everyone's addicted to sugar. Everybody's addicted to all these different foods. And the parasites are eating up the food. And so the other thing that this is going to do, and as you go along, it starts removing the mucoidal plaque, which is embedded old feces all along the sides of the colon and the digestion. And so people are always wondering why they're so tired, why they're so exhausted, why aren't they getting energy from this food that they're eating? And one piece is that there's not a lot of actual cellular nutrition in food nowadays. It's actually taking 200 conventionally grown carrots to actually feed, just to have the nutrients of one, to have the nutrients of one regeneratively grown carrot. So, we don't have a lot of nutritional value on top of the colon being blocked. And that is still going to be a place where our body wants to absorb the nutrition. So when it's caked on the sides, it's so important.
It's also making us bloated. Some of us don't even realize we're holding on to a lot of buildup in our colon that we could remove. And that way, we get our digestive system going and we can start to absorb everything, like Kimberly's saying. So I'm actually on day 3. I know you just finished yours. I started at the full moon, and it's everyone should do it like once a year at least. But I love that, it starts you off with that, just to have we're creating this whole protocol is based on Hippocrates, creating an environment that our body can heal itself. This is all based on the notion, the belief that our bodies can heal themselves if given the right environment. So this is our starter pack.
It's so good.
And it comes with this blender, which is so awesome, especially if we're traveling now. I use it every single day, but it's just so convenient to be able to go to the gym and blend up a shake and take it with you and
whip it up.
Yeah, it comes with a guide to just support you and tell you what all the best foods to eat with it. So you're not going to be ever feeling like you're not going to be wondering. It gives you a whole checklist of if you're interested in tracking, your days, and depending on what people's goals are, we have, different programs, and it's just a very supportive, it's not complicated, which is another thing that I used to do some different protocols, and they were always so complicated. This one makes it so easy.
So easy. Would you like, we could go, I also just want to share, because we have a few more minutes, the ULT plus collagen, everyone is loving this. I'm so excited about it too. The dark berry protein, I know it's one of your favorites.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. You can add it with the green juice. You can mix it together, or you can have your green juice in the morning and a dark berry in the afternoon. It's so it tastes so good. So even your kids will love it, and everyone, the whole family. It's hard to believe how healthy it is when it tastes so good, so even it's takes away your sweet tooth, because if you're ever having a sweet craving in the day, you just make yourself a shake and it takes care of your hydration and your sweet tooth with getting all the nourishment. So definitely not deprivation.
Yes. And it's collagen building, the collagen is sweeping the nation. It's sweeping Facebook, sweeping all these things. And people are so dedicated to removing the wrinkles and trying to stay young. They're basically putting anything in them. And so it's so nice to be able to offer this to people, that it's all 100% organic. It's all berries. It has just the right amount of vitamin C in there. And it's incredible. My nails are so much stronger than they've ever been. And we have the hair, skin, and nails in there as well.
We take this. Well, the dark berry was a fairly new, but I've been taking the hair, skin, and nails for a few years, and it's just incredible. My hair used to fall out, and now it's so thick, and I'm able to, grow. I actually cut it recently, but able to grow it long for the first time, and my nails and everything. Everyone could benefit from collagen, no matter what age you are. It's always good to get more of that, and for healthy joints as well. So not just for physical vanity. It's like really important.
Yes. So good. Yeah. Everything is made from collagen.